of what we do with the reading the halachas. What's one of the benefits? I mean, that guys should learn the halachas, right?
So that we know what to do.
No one learns them, yeah.
We know what to do in that situation.
To keep them? Yeah, well, you can't keep them if you don't know them, huh?
To know what to do in that situation when it comes up.
Yeah, okay, that's true, that's wonderful, but how about I go, what was the benefit?
Learning how to read and reading comprehension.
Okay, but that's great for the guy who's reading. And everybody else has to sit there while he's reading to everybody. Why don't we read like anything? You know, some other thing, and no one's going to know what it's talking about anyway. So it is for the guy, that's true. Really should be for everybody. Benefit would happen if the person who's reading it knows what they're talking about, explains it a little bit instead of just reading it, explains it. And everybody else afterward understands it. They know what he's just said. Besides all that, the guy had a great experience. You know what the experience was?
Speak.
What?
Speak.
Speaking. It's a public speaking experience. Is it easy to get up in front of everybody and speak?
No.
No. It is not. To get up and speak and and most people are scared and thinking about it and when are they going to do it? It's a very challenging thing to get used to. Most people, they get up and they go, everything flies right out of their head. Even if they prepared the halacha beforehand, a lot of times they get up to say it, still flew out of their head. So to get up and do that, that's a real learning experience. It's a great experience. It's a tremendous benefit. So that's why I really would like, do we have a list?
You can make a list for this.
Yeah, let's make a list and make a rotation. And I guarantee if you prepare beforehand which one you're going to say, you just read it over so you know it. You go, okay. And if you don't know what it means, go ask somebody else. Say, help me out. And that way, when you get up, you can either read it, or you don't have to just read it. You could just say, the halacha says, and tell over what it says. That's probably more interesting than somebody gets up and reads it, especially when they read it like, you know, undertone and a monotone. You're like, here you go. Second category goes is to help those who are being adversely affected by the subject matter. I'm really going, what did he just say? I have no idea I don't even know what he just said. I don't even know what I just said. Because I'm going fast as I can. That's the way some guys, you know, get up and do the davening and laning and learning. Like a machine gun. And then afterwards, you say, what'd you say? I don't know.
60 words per minute.
Yeah. Did you just say Baruch Shamar? I don't know. Well, you just said it. Really? Because you just flew right through it. The benefit, the biggest thing is stop and think about it a little bit, especially if you're going to prepare one of these to get up and speak, so you can say it and explain what you just said. So instead of it having to take, you know, you say over the whole thing, so you said it over in 2-3 sentences. And it's a lot more benefit for them and for yourself. And you actually, you got a speaking experience rather than just like a monotone reading as fast as you can and making a million mistakes and no one even knows who you're talking. Even if they would be following along, they still wouldn't even be able to keep up with you. Yes. I wanted to welcome everybody back. We have a tremendous opportunity here. We started, I know guys, I'm hoping, I didn't get a chance to speak to everybody yet, but I'm hoping that everybody took the opportunity over Pesach break, to learn something towards your goal. Because I really think you will feel amazing. I was talking, like I said last night, about those 2 people who came. We were talking about goals. In fact, one of them brought his son, who was going there to Israel, over to me and asked me, Rabbi, can you give him a bracha? So I said, yes. The bracha is that you should feel
Accomplished.
accomplished. And the rabbi goes, whoa, that's a tremendous bracha. And I'm like, it is a tremendous bracha, but you gotta do it. Yeah, it's really great. I feel accomplished. For what? I don't know. What'd you do? I don't know. You know, my Pesach Ben mom was amazing. They go, really? What'd you do?
Went to bed.
I ate a lot of cheese and matzah. Yeah,
Potatoes,
a lot of it. Now that I think about it, I really plowed through that fridge. Yeah, I mean, like, that was the accomplishments. Did you go to any places? Does the plane count coming back here? Wouldn't that count? That was over my break. I was flying here. No, didn't go anywhere. Didn't do anything. It's not feeling very accomplished if you don't do anything. You don't do the accomplishments. And the key, what did I tell this guy? The key is to have a goal. Have a goal. The guy says, you know what he says? Okay, like, what kind of goal? Gesundheit. He says, what kind of goal? So I look at the father like, his son, like, what's wrong with him? He's going to learn at Brisk. I'm like, I said, let's think, where are you going to learn? Tells me. I said, how about if the goal would be to try to pick up the mahalach of the yeshiva? How's that? The way of thinking, the learning theory of the yeshiva. How's that? I said, or what Masechta they learn? So he goes, I don't know. I said, okay, you might get there and you learned it already. He goes, nah, I doubt it because I never learned Kutcha before. I said, you don't know where they're learning. You don't know what they're learning. He goes, well, whatever they're learning, I'm going to learn. So I said, fine. Why don't you set up as a goal? What do you think?
Finish out Sefta.
Huh?
Finish out Sefta.
Finish the Masechta. See, he looks at his father like. His father goes, sounds like a great goal. So the son looks back at me and goes, I don't know if I could do that. Well, this guy's like a good learner. Why can't he do it? Because it's a goal. I don't know. I might not be able to accomplish my goal. I said, how do you think you'll feel if you finish the Masechta? So he goes, I would probably, here comes the probably. What do you think? I would probably feel good. I said, you don't think that's a definite?
Probably definite.
It's probably a definite. That's a very,
Makes it a probably.
that's a definite answer. A probably definite.
Definite.
Yes. So I said, I think,
Probably.
just my thought, that you will feel very accomplished. So he looks at his father. The father goes, then that's the goal. The goal is you'll finish the Masechta. So the guy goes, in how long? I said, you're getting scared. You don't even know what Masechta is. You might be learning Saita. Come on, guys, learn Saita by Shavuos. You can finish Saita easily. So he goes, well, maybe it's not Saita. I said, okay, let's say it's Tzachim. I mean, like, who cares? It's the fear of the goal, of not reaching it, finishing the goal. Once you have a goal, it's like, I don't know, I'm not going to finish it. Rabbi Zai, Shavuos, let's set that as the time. You set goals. Let's get the goals accomplished. You feel so great. When I told them, I said, you know what's going to happen the first night of Shavuos? We're going to have a bunch of guys get up, and they're going to all make siyumim in front of everybody in the middle of the night. Did you know that? Yeah? Okay, good. Each guy's going to get up and make a siyum or whatever he set out to do. And what do you think that's going to do? First of all, it's going to make you feel really good. But besides that, what is that going to do to everybody else?
Inspire them.
Inspire them. Wow, he did that. There's a Chazal say, Kinas Seifrim, Tar b'chachma. You know what those words mean? What's Kinas Seifrim? Seifrim means rabbis. Jealousy of rabbis. Tarbe makes more chachma. If it makes more chachma, how does it make more chachma if you're jealous?
Because you're trying
Yeah, because you're going to be competitive, and you're going to say, well, if he did that, I'm going to learn that. You know, my son, when he was a little 8-year-old kid, 8 years old is not so young anymore. That's what I've been told. You know, 8 years old is very old now because they're very smart with their smartphones. Anyway, so that's what they're telling me. So my son was 8 years old, and we went to my nephew's bar mitzvah. And my nephew's 13, obviously, and makes a siyum on Shisha Sidrei Mishnah. Well, don't feel like, oh, I'm behind. No, you learned at a different level. So my son comes after the siyum. We're going home from Boston. We're flying home, and my son says to me, "Ta, I want to finish Shisha Sidrei Mishnah." So I said, "Wow, that's a big goal." So he goes, "Yeah, I do. I want to finish it. I want to start now. Let's start." Now, he's a pretty driven guy. So we finished it when he was 11. Yes, 11. 3 years later, we were done. Now, how do you think he felt at that scene? Amazing. But where did that come from? Because of jealousy of his cousin. His 13-year-old cousin finished it. I want to finish it. And then you go out there and do it. So Rabbi Say, I'm telling you, you're capable of doing this. Tinus 3 times, is that what we said?
Yeah.
Where you holding?
Well, 1/4 through the second time.
Oh, great. So it's definitely possible. All right? Definitely possible. How will that feel?
Quite interesting.
Quite interesting. All right, that's a new expression. Yeah? An interesting feeling. Yeah, that's sometimes a person has that when they've eaten something that's like a little bit, you know, they're not used to. They go, how's it feel? Interesting. All right. You get a COVID shot. They go, how do you feel? Interesting.
They're supposed to fall flat.
I had my first shot, guys. Like, you know.
Zombie.
And I was like, hey, nothing's going on. I don't feel anything.
Day later, you feel it.
Huh?
Day later.
Day later, baby. My wife was saying, first of all, my wife, as soon as she took the shot, she was, oh, I don't know. The world is spinning. And I'm like, oh, stop it. There's nothing wrong. My arm is great. I'll go 9 rounds. And my wife's going, yeah, big fucker. Oh, I need to get in the car. So you're fine. And the next night, I was eating by Michael and Zavach. And by the way, those of you from Lakewood who could have come, should have come. Now, eating a Friday night, and I was literally like this at the meal. The world was going around in a circle. And I'm like going, wow, the whole world revolves around me. It was not a good feeling. Very interesting feeling. The room was literally spinning around. And they're talking with me, and there's a lot of people, and I'm like going, I thought literally I was on a Disney World ride or something like that. Huh?
What drugs?
No, that's what it was. That was the Pfizer. My body was fighting COVID. It was not a good feeling, and it was not an interesting feeling. And my arm was so pain. It was so much pain the next night. I literally could not move my arm. And I'm like, then I went, and my wife, you touch her arm, she's like, I'm gonna kill you! I mean, so the next night I was found the same thing. Don't touch me! Stay away from me! Oh, that's my jacket. Oh, my jacket touching my arm. That's how bad it was. It was bad. But took 3 Tylenol. Next morning I woke up.
Get ready.
I was ready. No problem. Worldly. Wow. I guess the world doesn't revolve around me anymore. All right. Gentlemen, let's make this a great Zman. All right, let's think positive. Have a great day.